Good morning. So today is my Monday morning live, and today I have chosen topic about confidence. So confidence is actually something. Well, there are so many courses about confidence. There are so many books about confidence. There are so many things that teach us how to be confident. If you want to be confident, act like this. If you want to be confident, dress like this. If you want to be seen as confident, you need to control yourself like that, or you need to kind of appear a certain type of person. And it's lots of profiling going on how to look confident. And I personally believe that are some techniques that they do actually help. Like, for example, when we slow down breathing, we start to feel more confident because, let's say, in a situation that makes us feel anxious, let's say public speaking, some performance or something, if we suddenly start to have our heart racing and we start to feel like we are kind of a little bit out of control, once we slow down our breathing, we give the signal to ourselves that everything is okay, and therefore there is no reason to be in a kind of hyper alert panic mode, and then we appear more confident. But all of these, there are lots of, and also like how would you use your tone of your voice if you wanted to appear confident? You would be speaking calmly, slowly, clearly, relaxed, so your voice wouldn't be high pitched and things like that. But I myself, I have struggled a lot with self-esteem, self-worth, and confidence. I feel most of my confidence ever since probably my teenage years, also into my 20s, was courage and also acting if. Acting if is the whole technique as well. There is a lot of books and tools about when we act as if we already are that we want to be, we become that. So if we want to be confident, we already start to act confident, even though internally we might not feel confident. And then we start to look like we are confident and we get response from people as if we are confident. And then because of that feedback, we start to feel confident about ourselves. However, I think the real secret and the real tool about self-confidence and how to gain self-confidence is internal. So is internal work of self-acceptance, actually, because I think lack of confidence is actually basically self-doubt. So when we think about confident people, are they perfect in every way? No. Are they capable of anything and everything? No. Are they talented in every area and therefore they're confident? Not necessarily. Are they the most beautiful, the most successful people? Not always. So the confidence is actually not so much something that you do A, B, C, D up to Z, and then you are confident. You have a right to be confident. You earn the right to be confident. The confident is more internal type of feeling that you bring in everything that you do. For example, there is a confidence even in being spontaneous. So for example, if you have to do something spontaneously, let's say you are called to speak and you don't have speech or talk prepared, but it's something about that you are interested or something that you consider yourself expert in or fan, or you have a special interest. If you're a confident person, you would be able to put something together even if you don't have any speech prepared, because you will be just trusting that what is coming out from you is the thing that needs to come out from you. So I think the actual confidence is not so much about achieving A, B, C, but actually learning to have self-trust. And yes, I think sometimes practicing helps. Like, for example, I did more than 200 YouTube videos. I was doing mood diary every day for 100 days. And then I did hair diary, which was also like a mood diary. So I was just speaking about how I feel. Before that, even though I had lots of experience in stage performance, I was extremely terrified about having to share something that then people may see. So once you put something out there on the internet, you're no longer in control who's gonna go and access it, especially if you put it on the YouTube and it is, okay, I have a fly flying around. Especially if you put it on the YouTube as public listing. So if someone comes across whatever you have filmed, whatever you had to say, we have no protection whatsoever about, they may troll you, they may laugh at you, they may criticize you, they might not like you. So there are lots of things that can happen basically, and you're basically exposed. So you are vulnerable to being attacked, you're vulnerable to being disliked, you're vulnerable to actually putting something that it's yours, your authentic self, and then having that, let's say, criticized. So I was pretty terrified of that when I started doing YouTube videos. And then actually after I've done those 200 videos, I became so much more calm. And it was not so much about the fact that I reached that number. It was about practicing. The practicing itself, it didn't make me feel like, oh my God, I'm doing very well. And my confidence wasn't growing like straight away, but it was like, okay, I did it once, I did it twice, I did it 3 times, I did it 4 times, I did it 5 times, I did it 6 times. So sometimes this self-trust comes from us doing something. And when we do that something, we build that trust into ourselves that we are able to do it. The same with having sessions with the clients. When I was training with psychological techniques, I had to do 100 or 90 something hours of a sessions time. I was very nervous. I was in school. I was actually working with young people. And at the beginning, I was super nervous. And then I started to relax as I was doing it. And then when I set up my own practice, then I already, even though technically I didn't have many external clients, but I already had confidence in myself because I already had more than like 100 sessions than before that, okay, well, I don't need to have everything figured out in advance. These things, they sometimes figure itself out naturally. So the self-trust came through as a result of practicing something. So I think it is like that. If you want to be confident, especially if there is something like a certain skill or the area that you want to be confident, you need to practice, because the practice will create self-trust. So the confidence will come from not so much having created external confidence by, acting if or pretending that you are already who you want to be, but it will come from build-up effect of doing something. And after doing something, having constant confirmation that, you did that and it's fine. Okay, you did that and it's fine. Yes, you did that again and it's fine. So it will be much more solid, unshakable, foundational, and unbreakable, really. When you build your confidence on self-trust, and self-trust is built on believing that you can handle whatever is coming your way, not so much from the theory point of view, but because you experience that practically, then you have a type of confidence that nobody can take it from you. And another very super, super important think about confidence is not abandoning yourself in the situations where you feel some difficult emotion. So, for example, lots of people have this inherent self-distrust and self-doubt because there is lots of self-rejection and self-abandonment going on. So, because lots of us have been, let's say, programmed that feeling good feelings is good, and when we feel bad feelings and we're experiencing bad emotions, we need to either change it or suppress it or do something to make it go away. Basically, we learn sometimes disconnect and abandon ourselves when we feel those emotions. And what ends up happening then, parts of us, when we abandon ourselves, part of us is being abandoned. So in our psyche, in our being, there is this part that knows when the situation is difficult, when you start to feel difficult emotions, we're going to leave them, we're going to abandon them. So that's another super important thing for self-confidence, is to have this emotional self-trust of not abandoning ourselves in the difficult situations. How does that work in a practical way? So for example, even let's say, again, let's do the speech assignment, spontaneous speech or public speaking assignment. Let's say we're in a situation where we need to do that. And if we've been abandoning ourselves whenever we feel bad, what may happen at that point, we suddenly become overwhelmed with the adrenaline or with the anxiety, and we get stuck. We can't really move from there. We blank out, we flatline from a speech point of view, and we cannot say anything. If we have not been abandoning ourselves, if we actually been retrieving ourselves, if we've been accepting ourselves, what will happen, we might still feel anxiety, we might still feel some level of overwhelm in that situation, but we're going to feel those emotions, and we're going to have those emotions, and then when we come on a stage, or doesn't have to be stage, let's say when we need to do the speech, we can say, okay, you know what, I'm a little bit nervous because it's quite unexpected and I don't feel like I'm prepared. However, if I needed to say about the subject, let's say emotional health, why it's important to me, I can tell you this, why I'm doing this, why this is important to me. So yeah, so basically this is another key point not to miss if you want to be confident. So right now I think I'm quite confident, generally speaking, especially I think I'm confident in the area where lots of people are not, which is when you need to draw on your resources spontaneously. Because I've done so much of unprepared, unscripted work, like videos, I think I have somehow managed to build trust that I am able to think creatively on the spot. So this creative thinking is nothing else than having access to some information or the parts of information that might be outside of your knowledge, being open to receive that when it's needed. So kind of drawing these resources on demand. So confidence is really about having faith in yourself, that somehow when the time comes and situation requires that, you can handle whatever is coming your way. So this was my random Monday topic. I've been doing these on Facebook and Instagram, but now at the moment I'm on holiday, and the only thing that works via my phone is Zoom meetings via YouTube live streaming. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to upload it on Facebook, and I'm going to upload it on Instagram. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know how you have been dealing with confidence. Do you have any tips about confidence? And if you have anything that helped you a lot for you to become more confident. All right. Enjoy the nice week ahead, and I will see you on Friday. Also, if you want any question to be answered about emotional, psychological, or energetic type of metaphysical thing, feel free to let me know and post, comment below. Thank you. Bye-bye.